After my 7v7 video, it should be no surprise that I love theory crafting, game design and Overwatch 2. And the latest quick play hacked event focusing on pickable passives positively provoked my penchant for postulating perplexities profusely. But a big issue I had with the passives provided was that they were pedantic. Okay, I'll stop. That they were too generalized and low impact. Most heroes had one obvious best choice, many received little to no benefits from several of the choices given, and even when the choice was optimal, the impact was minimal. So in the interest of exploring this avenue of game direction more thoroughly, I took it upon myself to come up with 3 unique, personalized passive perks for every hero. Now I'm gonna get a lot of disclaimers out of the way before we get to the perks. The first is that obviously such a massive shift in core game design would necessitate a lot of rebalancing, and that's kind of beyond my scope here. The baseline for my alterations is the current mid-season 11 patch, but I acknowledge that a lot of my ideas might be too overpowered and require the kits to be toned down in other areas. But I want this video to serve more as a massive sample platter of concepts and ideas more than strict balance theorizing. I wanted these perks to spur people's imaginations as to the kinds of different directions Blizzard could take existing kits, and I tried my best to make all of a hero's given perks equally viable in different scenarios. For this reason, whenever there was a choice between balance and desirable power, I tended to go with the latter. This does mean that most of my suggestions here are flat buffs to the heroes as they exist currently, but keep in mind, numbers can always be changed. Most of what I'm suggesting are alternative mechanics or proposals for passive numerical benefits. So try not to get too caught up on my exact balancing figures and try to focus more on the ideas behind them. Also keep in mind that heroes can only select one of these 3 perks and must select one in this thought experiment. Some of these slides may be alarming at first glance, but remember that each option is meant to be individually powerful because they can only have one at a time, and can only swap in the spawn room. These were my general guidelines for this thought experiment. 1. All 3 perks should have clear use cases. 2. Some will be more general, some will be more situational, but as long as there isn't one pick that's so good you can't go without it, it's fine. 3. Respect damage breakpoints whenever possible. Damage boosts are balancing nightmares and should be avoided in most cases. 4. Minimize the difficulty in actually implementing them. It shouldn't be like making an entirely new hero in terms of workload. 5. Perks should ideally allow for different playstyles in different scenarios and make heroes more versatile. Ease certain match UPS or make them better on certain maps. Without further delay, I'll be presenting all of the passive perks I came up with in slideshow form. Be sure to pause the video to read each slide, and if you have any thoughts, please leave them in the comment section. I'd love to discuss my ideas with people.